as the crews settle in the blocks for the Interstate Men's Youth 8 for the Wilkinson Trophy, named after the late Noel Wilkinson, who was the treasurer of Rowing Australia and used to raise money and keep it like he was his own. Our field, as Roger said, Queensland, South Australia, Tasmania, ACT, WA, Rowing Victoria and New South Wales. Queensland crew has had 3 changes in recent times due to injury or illness. Tobias Smith has collapsed in his race in the under-17 single the other day and had to be taken to hospital. Ben Morley's been elevated from this boat into the King's Cup due to injury and illness in that crew. Sam Conrad, an Olympian from Beijing, unable to take his place. So Ben Morley elevated from the Youth 8 up into the King's Cup 8. But conditions just a little rough at the start. But the crew's all settled there. Queensland, South Australia settling as the officials try to get them in a straight line. This race started way back in 1974.
Which I well remember at Lake Wendouree, run by Tasmania, coached by the late Jimmy Turner and stroked by Stephen Sperling. I well remember that at Ballarat.
And away they go in the Interstate Men's Youth 8 for the Wilkinson Cup. Current title holders Victoria. In lane 1, Queensland, Brendan Fisher, Harry Mackay just came into the crew to replace Tobias Smith. Tom Sweet, Kelly, Matty Woppett, Richard White, Harrison Westbrook, Harry Baxter, Tom Coates stroking the crew, and Nick Allen, Ducko, the coxswain of that crew, Mike Stelton and Mitch Rosenlund are the coaches of that boat. In lane 2, South Australia, coached by Ronnie Mobbs, does a great job in South Australia every year producing young athletes. Lane 3, Tasmania, coached by Ron Batt, based in Launceston, and Rob Prescott. Lane 4, ACT, coached by Andrew McKenzie and Jason Kane. Lane 5, Western Australia, coached by Lincoln Handley, Michael Hinsley and Mike Quinn. Lane 6, Victoria, coached by Alex Henshelwood, doing a terrific job at Melbourne University Boat Club. And lane 7 and leading, New South Wales, coached by Mark Prater and Tommy Lorich. The 2004 and 2008 Olympian Tom Lorich has turned his hand to coaching very successfully. I saw him doing some work with this crew late yesterday, and he's got these young guys going on absolutely beautifully in the early stages. Hamish Playfair, Philip Blacklaw, Charles Marriott, Harry Thomson, Spencer Turrin, James Medway, Tom Sacre, Nick Wheatley, William Raven the coxswain, Mark Prater and Tom Lorich, and they've gone through in 1 minute 19.44. That is absolutely flying. Those conditions are fast out there. 1:19.44 for New South Wales. They're 1.8 seconds clear of Victoria already. Obviously, Tommy Lorich and Mark Prater said, get out in front and improve your position from there. Victoria in second place. Harrison Casey, Henry Meek, Tim Cleary, Andrew Emmett, Daniel Brighthope, Simon Keenan, Sam Hookway, Michael Poulter, Charles Willey and Alex Henshelwood coaching that crew. Poulter and Hookway, winner of the under-23 pairs a few days ago. Western Australia would be in third place at the moment. Zach Campbell, Mario Lepresti, Alexander Mann, Sam Hughes, Kane Bristow, Matt Cochran, David Watts, Tom Gaddy, Teresa Maguire, the coxswain. Queensland on 36 strokes to the minute, down on the inside station, but off the pace back in about 5th place. New South Wales absolutely flying out in the front. They've all got the white T-shirts on underneath and a new New South Wales zoot suit by the look of it. They're clear of Victoria. They're on the far side of the course there. Behind their straight, Nick Wheatley. 36.5 strokes to the minute, New South Wales through the 1,000. 2:42.18. That is flying in this category of boat. 2.10 seconds clear of Victoria. Western Australia holding third. Queensland fourth. South Australia fifth. Then follows Tasmania and the ACT. Very, very well performed crew, this New South Wales crew. Hamish Playfair, Philip Blacklaw, Charles Marriott, Harry Thomson, Spencer Turrin, James Medway, Thomas Sacre and Nick Wheatley, William Raven the coxswain. Tom Lorich doing a terrific job in his first real year of coaching. The Victorians are starting to hit their stride now. They're 2.10 back, but they're starting to lengthen. The New South Wales crew said, catch me if you can, and Victoria says, yes, we'll give it a go. Looks like they could have a tandem rig in there, have they? Victoria have got a tandem rig in there in 5 and 6, so obviously Alex Henschel would put a lot of time into this boat and decided that's the best rig for this crew. And Victoria, ladies and gentlemen, are on the move. They've got an overlap now. They're about 3/4 of a length behind the leaders, New South Wales. New South Wales behind their stroke, Nick Wheatley, hanging on to that lead they established early. But the Victorians are starting to push through. Michael Poulter's had a great regatta. He and Sam Hookway did a sensational job in the pier a couple of days ago, and that 2.1 margin has been reduced to just 0.68 as the Victorians charge. New South Wales leads, but for how long I can't tell you. Western Australia in third, Tasmania fourth, then follows South Australia and Queensland. It's 2 races within the race. The first 2 have just cleared out over the rest of the field. Victoria flying on 39.5 strokes to the minute. They've hit the lead out there, the Victorians. Harrison Casey, Henry Meek, Tim Cleary, Andrew Emmett, Daniel Brighthope, Simon Keenan, Sam Hookway and Michael Poulter, Charles Willey, the cox of that crew. New South Wales trying to fight back. They're on 37.5, but they are no match for Victoria, who moving away. Michael Poulter doing a great job in the stroke seat. Hookway behind him, former Tasmanian, now domiciled in Victoria. Then back to Western Australia. Anybody's guess for fourth. Western Australia will finish third. But Victoria have sat back in the early stages and have motored home on 37.5 strokes to the minute. A great win for Victoria in the Wilkinson Cup. Not the first time. Victoria first, New South Wales. 4 in a row for Victoria. New South Wales in second place, third Western Australia, so we were right, Roger, they're the place getters. South Australia sprinting home will get fourth, I reckon, just in front of Tasmania. South Australia sprinting will get fourth, Tasmania fifth, Queensland sixth, and at the rear is the ACT. Winning time there, 5 minutes 30.27. Let's look at the record books, Roger. 5:30.27.
Certainly smashed the previous record by a long way. 5:37.18 back at Lake Barrington in 2006. So convincing win there at the finish by Victoria, but a great race, Ray, all the way down the course between the arch rivals New South Wales and Victoria.
Presentation of medals and the Noel F. Wilkinson Trophy for the Interstate Men's Youth 8 Championship of Australia 2011. The medals will be presented by Giles Miller, representing Designer Paintwork Regatta Shop, a sponsor of this regatta, and the Noel F. Wilkinson Trophy will be presented by David England, a member of the board of Rowing Australia. In third place and winners of the bronze medals, Western Australia. Zach Campbell, Mario Lopresti, Alexander Mann, Sam Hughes, Kane Bristow, Matthew Cochrane, David Watts, Tom Gatty, and the cox, Teresa Maguire. The coaches, Lincoln Handley, Michael Hinsley, and Mike Quinn. In second place and winners of the silver medals, New South Wales. Hamish Playfair, Philip Blacklaw, Charles Marriott, Harry Thomson, Spencer Turrin, James Medway, Tom Sacre, Nick Wheatley, and the cox, William Raven. The coaches, Mark Prater and Tom Lorridge. Interstate Men's Youth 8 champions for 2011 and winners of the Noel F. Wilkinson Trophy, Victoria. Harrison Casey, Henry Meek, Tim Cleary, Andrew Emmett, Daniel Brighthope, Simon Keenan, Sam Hookway, Michael Poulter, the cox, Charles Willey. And the coach, Alex Henshelwood. And David England will present the Noel F. Wilkinson Trophy to the winning crew, Victoria. Now, Michael, the stroke. Great race. Tell me about your crew.
Oh, I don't know what to say. We came together about 6 weeks ago and had about 7 training sessions and, yeah, I don't know, just a great group of guys.
And the time of 5 minutes 30, pretty fast for a youth crew. What do you think of that one?
I'd say pretty fast for a senior crew. Yeah, fastest race I've ever been in.
Congratulations, Victoria, winners of the Interstate Youth 8 Championship of Australia 2011 and the medalists.